very hearty welcome.
Right. Well, I'm very happy to be here, and very happy that we managed to get the first direct all-Australian mail through from Australia to England.
No, with this mail, I can assure you the machine will probably groan with relief. There's nearly around two-thirds of a ton complete of mail matter, and if that's an indication of how the traffic will be in the future, well, it's a very happy omen for a successful continuation of a regular service. I've completed the first all-Australian mail through from my country to the motherland, and I sincerely hope that it'll be the forerunner of a regular mail service in the future.
Once more, Australia's great pilot wings his way homeward after a solo dash halfway round the world in 7 days. As his beautiful Percival Gull machine soars over Sydney Harbour, the end of another historic flight is in sight. Australia's Knight of the Skies and hero of 1,000,000 hearts has again conquered every obstacle and is now more than ever acclaimed the world's greatest aviator. Smithy and his mother, what a happy meeting. She's one of the proudest Australians living.
All I want to say is that we expected him to do it and he's done it. He generally does what he sets out to do. Thank you all very much.
Not I get Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, little ladies and little gentlemen, in fact everybody. I'm awfully pleased indeed to be back at the old resort, the home of my ups and downs, metaphorically and literally. And I'd like to thank you very sincerely for the absolutely marvellous welcome that you've given poor old Smithy here today. Australia as a whole gets some little credit perhaps from what poor efforts my own aviation exploits can bring to it. And I intend to go on flying until either I have to put the crutches on one side and be poked into the cockpit, but I'll do it somehow. And I like it. And I like you, and I like your welcome. And thank you very, very much indeed.
You all right? Yeah. Getting a bit sick with the fumes?
Ladies and gentlemen, on the eve of the takeoff for the Tasman flight of the Southern Cross from Gerringong Beach, I would just like to take this opportunity of saying that the reason for this flight is a very practical one. I intend to do some commercial joyriding in New Zealand, and it's far easier and simpler for me to take the Southern Cross across under her own power than it is to dismantle her and to ship her over. And as well as that, it's quite a financial consideration. I would also like to take the opportunity of thanking the many people who have wished me well, and to assure them that there's not the slightest doubt in my mind whatsoever that the Southern Cross will come through in the usual way. She's the same dear old machine, and I still have the same faith in her, and I flatter myself that I still have the ability to get her across in one piece. Thank you very, very much indeed. On the occasion of the fourth successful crossing of the Tasman Sea by the Southern Cross, I would just like to say how happy I am to be home again, and I'd also like to pay a tribute to the wonderful work by the fellows who helped me across and made my job very easy. The flight was in no way remarkable except for the fact that this was the first occasion on which transoceanic telephony has been experimented with from the air, and it's very gratifying to myself and to Mrs. Phillips that it was so successful. I would also like to say, last but not least, that the old Southern Cross herself is fit for many, many thousands of miles yet, and she carried us across in perfect safety in the way that she always does.
From the liner Mariposa at Sydney, Sir Charles Kingsford Smith's new plane is being landed. The machine, which is the fastest seen in Australia, has many interesting features: retractable landing gear, perfect streamlining, and a controllable pitch propeller. Sir Charles will be flying it in the great race from England to Australia next month. There they go on the trial spin, strongly fancied for the Melbourne Centenary Cup.